Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage. The Midwest Truck Series presented by Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Richmond. Scene of the action tonight, this little 3/4 mile D-shaped oval. It's going to have piles and piles of action on it. 30. To make it 31 as we have a late entry into the server. 31 drivers made their way tonight to the tight little confines. They are going to do battle. See who can come out on top. Top 5 in points, as always, will drop to the back regardless of their qualifying position. 5 random qualifying positions have already been chosen for the Dash for Cash tonight. Should be an exciting one. It'll get a little slippery. The trucks will get a little bit loose here and there. Drivers are going to have to mind the braking points of the driver in front of them at all times. They're going to have to 3 wide here. Yeah, you're not going to do that. That's not going to last long. It'll last down the backstretch. You get to that next corner, it won't last. I was getting ready to say they're going to have to figure out how to share real estate. Couple of new faces in here tonight. That is not one of them. That 64 truck, an old familiar sight. I was looking to see name I don't recognize, but man, I recognize every single one of these guys. There's Gaxel. Gomez is in here. I mean, all the regular guys. Just a couple of minutes left in this practice session. Corey Blevins, pretty quick right now. He and McAvoy pacing the field pretty well. Oh, he's in here. I just didn't see him at first. He's not on track. The 27 of Bigelow, the defending series champion. There's the series owner, Mr. Michael Everett. Quick shout out. Hello, Jennifer. Quick shout out to Aaron and Mary Lee over at Secure Lift. I hope you guys are watching. Honey Badger supposed to be visiting. So, welcome. Enjoy the show. Everybody else that's affiliated with us here at DSSN, Fitz Automotive, St. Louis, Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Kansas City, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Beef O'Brady's, Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida. Everybody that's involved in helping keep us on the air. Can't say how much we appreciate all of the support. And there's our old buddy. 69 truck of Mike Forstner. Helps make a lot of this happen for all three series. Not a qualifier. He's a racer. What do they say? It's not a shower, it's a grower. Well, he's not a cuer. He's a racer. He'll move forward as the night goes on. He'll probably have a rough qualifying session, and then he'll come closer to the front when we get into the money. Hey, there is Jersey. And hello, Jane Vinny. How are you, young lady? Frankie Chavez, Travis Scheid in the 6 truck here. We saw Gaxel a little while ago. Coy Callis, the 2 truck. Don Jordan. And Jordan's always got that white truck with the pink trim. Almost lost my screen. Good look at the back of that truck. Hello, Bolts, Mr. Bill Vinny. Glad everybody's here. Guys, if you're watching, don't be afraid to shout in the chat. I don't care where you're at. If you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, say hi in the chat. We had our first Trovo chat last night. We've been in Trovo for a couple of years. No one's ever chatted to us on Trovo. Somebody did it last night. It was awesome. Jacob Watson, inexplicably absent, but in chat. Sus. Very sus. Can chat. Can't be here to race. That's just, I don't know what to think about that. I'm just messing with you, buddy. We'll watch a couple of these guys get qualified here. Definitely going to watch the defending series champ. I'm going to try to find Blevins because he's going to be quick. He and McAvoy and the 60 truck. I haven't quite gotten all the names memorized thus far. Greg is usually pretty quick too. Out of town for work. Wow. Don't they understand you have priorities? Jonathan Scott, 22.35. Bigelow, 22.10. So Bigelow, very quick. Couple of tenths faster. Greg Smith now rolling it out. He's going to put some time in. Where's the 24? Where's the 24? Travis Scheid up to third quick. Oh, Greg. Dang. That's going to put a dent in his qualifying effort. Here comes Harley Barletta. '24 truck. I was looking there. He's right there. He just hasn't gone out yet. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I thought about doing that a couple of times myself when I was really deep into the driving part of this game. Go on vacation and yeah, no. Big no. Fat, heavy no. Hard to travel with Harley Barletta. Fourth quick on his first lap. He is going to go after lap number 2 here. We'll see if he can pick it up. I'm still waiting on the 24 of Blevins to go out. It's still Bigelow, but Kevin Spalding has been on a tear qualifying across all the series. Poles, outside front rows. There's McAvoy, 21.92, the first driver under the 22-second bracket. And, wow, he is under it by a little bit. He got Bigelow by a ways, almost 2/10. There's Corey Blevins rolling out. Let's go watch the 24 truck. Well, you're not going to enjoy that one. He's not going to be happy with that. Watching on the plane. All right, man. We'll turn it up loud so everybody else can hear. No, don't you dare. You don't get in trouble on an airplane. That's a terrible place to get in trouble. I've been on flights where people got into a lot of trouble. That's terrible. So Blevins may get a second lap only here, and he is going to have to make it count. McAvoy, Bigelow, Spalding, Barletta, and Ryan. Dana Ryan in the top 5 in qualifying right now. Blevins off of 4. He's one of the last guys. Adam Vinny is just now on the racetrack. Blevins, P2, just above the 22-second mark. 22:04. Here's Adam Vinny coming around to complete his first qualifying lap. Okay. Yeah, I can try to do that, my brother. I can try to do that. First lap for Vinny, 22:12. He's only got to pick it up about 2/10 here. Second time across the stripe, and he picked up about 1/10. So move himself into the top 4. McAvoy, Blevins, Durand, Vinny, and Bigelow. The top 5. In the qualifying session. Oh, yeah, don't forget to put up the link. It's weird. I forget every freaking week. But let's see. Do we have? Yeah, we have a live stream. I got to do this, and I always forget. It's crazy. All right, we're getting ready to grid them out. So let's get down here and look at our starting grid. McAvoy and Blevins, the 79 and 24 on the front row. Then Justin Durand, the 30. Adam Vinny, the 64 in row 2. The 27 of Brock Bigelow next to the 25 of Kevin Spalding in row number 3. Your fourth row, well, that's Harley Barletta in the 81 and the 1 truck of Dana Ryan. Jonathan Scott, the 51, and Cody Smith in the 33 fill in our fifth row this evening. And they'll have the 83 of Stephen Pearson and Brad Ebel in the 56 behind them in row number 6. Todd Keir, the 88, Chris Gaxel, the 707, make up our 7th row. The 8th row, Kyle Gomez in the 55 and Greg Smith in the 60. Smith, rough time in qualifying, only got 1 lap. So didn't get to stretch the legs on the 60 truck, and he is going to be about mid-pack. Travis Scheid, the 6, Mike Hardy in the 9. They are row number 9. And then Tyler Shays on the 44, Ethan Lowe, the 71, make up row number 10. Your 11th row is the 99 of Brandon Mackey and Frank Chavez in the 23. Coy Callis, the 2, Travis Downing, the 20 or the 18, row number 12. The last couple of rows here, Michael Everett in the 8. He's inside. Next to Russell Harold in the 19 in our 13th row. Our 14th row is Don Jordan, the 28, and Scott Jensen in the 78. And then the final full row, row 15, the 47 of Derek Bacorn and Mike Forstner in the 69. And our Outback Jack starter tonight in the 204 truck. That will be Mr. Ryan Kamba. Kamba has not made the call for the grid yet. And the 9 truck looks like he is going to fall back. Hardy is going to pit start. 5 drivers are going to be headed to the back. Bacorn is one of them. Vinny will be one of them. Bigelow is one of them. I'm watching to see, because I forgot to look coming in. There you go, Justin Durand. I know he's one, and there it is. Brian McAvoy in the 79. So those 5 drivers relegated to the back for being in the top 5 in points. So resetting the front row with Harley Barletta and Corey Blevins. And Blevins, so good at this racetrack. He'll be tough to beat starting up front tonight. There is a pack of hounds behind him, though. You shake things down through the top 10. Spalding and Scott, Ryan Pearson, Keir, Smith, Gomez, Ebel. Got 125 times around the place. But it all starts with lap number 1. The pace car is about to get out of the way. And we are about to go next time by. One more lap, one more warm-up lap. We'll go green flag racing. Little extra while we get the back of the field kind of set up and organized. I just don't know what happened to the 69 truck of Mike Forstner. I saw him on grid. I saw him roll off pit road. Curious what happened to the 69. Hopefully we can get an update here pretty quick. Either way, this time the pace car drops off and we're going to go green flag racing. 125 laps, green flag. Underway. The Midwest Truck Series presented by Secure Lift at Richmond International Raceway, side by side. Caution behind. This is going to be weird. Lap 1. We're going to watch right here. This is the 6 truck. He's going to get help. Nothing you can do when somebody pushes the bumper for you, and then Coy Callis catches a piece. Jordan got stopped. So just a little bit of damage, nothing bad. Well, dang it, Mike Forstner. Power outage. You need a standby generator. So I'm not sure. I know the 9 truck of Hardy started the pits, and I don't know why he's trapped behind the pace car unless he couldn't get rolled off before the pace car took off. He will get the wave, and he'll end up being on the lead lap. So he should be the first truck behind the pace truck. We didn't even get time for the engines to come all the way up to full song before we caught this caution. Tiny Dancer in my chat. Yeah, Forstner, Jersey bailed on you, man. He said he was getting out of the state. He grabbed the plane and took off to get away from all that. He said, "You're going to leave all y'all there in the dark." Hey, Jersey, where are my posters at, by the way? Still waiting on those, buddy. I'll give him some grief here. So we'll wait and see how they're going to sort this out. Looks like the 9 truck is going to have to drop to the back. I thought for sure he'd get the wave around, get the start on the lead lap. Lights off on the pace car. That means we should be choosing lanes. And they will stay just the way they are. Blevins will be inside. Barletta will be outside. Then it's going to be Spalding and Scott, Ryan and Pearson, Smith and Keir, and looks like Ebel on the inside, Gomez on the outside of that 5th row. All right, green flag coming out once again. They're in the start zone. Here we go. We'll see if we can get a couple of laps in on this one. That time, a great start out front. We're going to watch mid-pack. Ooh, we are going to try to watch right in here. That 9 truck. He was 3 wide, way down low. There comes Mr. Forstner. Going to come out and try to get some laps back. We get a full green flag. Lap in. Blevins, Barletta, Spalding. 1, 2, 3. And they are moving around left to right, top to bottom, all over this racetrack. Corey Blevins. Good jump, good start. Clear by about 0.6 of a second. Barletta right in front of Dana Ryan. Kevin Spalding falling back to 4th. Got his teammate right behind him, Stephen Pearson, the 83. Jonathan Scott and Cody Smith side by side. Now it looks like Smith is going to take the spot away, and that's going to leave the door open for Keir. He's going to have a shot, and he's going to grab it down the backstretch and put himself into the 7th spot. Ebel now, and a caution. Out again, this time the 9 truck. We'll see what happens to Mr. Hardy. Behind Russell Harold. Oh, he just lost the back end. He might be able to continue. Front end will be a little bent up, but he might be able to continue. So caution number 2, a lap at number 10. Blevins and Barletta are still in control out front. Ryan, Spalding, Pearson, Smith, Keir, Ebel, Scott, and Mackey, the top 10. Brandon Mackey, Roger Wagner, the DSSN booth. You got me a copy?
I got you, Roger. How we doing tonight?
We're doing pretty good, man. It looks like we're going to get off to a little bit of a rough start here.
Yeah, that happens on these short tracks when everybody gets bunched up. There's just nowhere to go, and everybody's got a little bit different braking points and throttle points. So it's just got to be aware of what the guy's doing in front of you. And once it gets spread out, I think it might get going. It's just getting to that point where we can get the green flag run going.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's really just trying to figure out where to be on the track, and there's not a lot of rubber down yet, so it's going to be a little slippery, especially off turn 2 out there. But I got a message from the big boss man, and he wants to know why you're not out front already.
Yeah, I know he's putting the pressure on me tonight. He sent me a message too and told me I can't put any dents in this truck, so I'm doing the best I can. But we're working our way up there. I messed up in qualifying, and it just was like you said, there was no rubber down, and I overcooked one and really set myself behind. But we've had a good start here. I got up to 8th, and I'm just going to keep trying to wrap the bottom and backing up these entries and see if I can keep picking them off and get up there here pretty quick.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Let's see. You currently are, and I've lost you now. I completely lost you. You're up to 8th right now. You're up to 8th right now. There you are. So not that many to pass, and there's a long ways to go, over 100 laps. So good luck to you, man. Keep all 4 on the ground, and maybe we'll get a chance to chat with you at the end of this thing.
That's the plan, Roger. Appreciate you bringing me in.
You bet, buddy. Brandon Mackey. I had to do that. I was asked nicely. It's a little early for a whole lot of passes. I mean, considering he started about 21st. All right, we're doubling them up. We're going to go back to green flag racing once again. Lap number 14 will be our start lap. So we still got about 111 laps to go. Back to the start zone, Blevins. Ooh, Barletta twitched. And I don't know if he got tapped right there or if he just twitched when he jumped on the throttle. That truck jumped left. He almost got into the left right-hand door of the one truck. Ryan is going to get clear. So it'll be Blevins, Ryan, Barletta. Here comes Pearson. He had a run off the bottom of 2. Tiptoes it into 3 and 4. And he and Spalding still side by side for that 4th spot. And now Pearson will clear, and that keeps Spalding kind of trapped up high. I saw Kyle Gomez super wide in 3 and 4. He was up in the top lane. And he is trying to make the outside work. And early on fresh tires, I think you can get by with that. 4 or 5 laps in, the tires come up to temperature, come up to pressure. You really don't want to be up that far on the racetrack. And now he's starting to ease his way back down to the bottom. Brock Bigelow already up here inside the top 10, and he's trying to dive it to the inside on Gomez. He's got Adam Vinny right behind him. Bigelow's going to go 3 wide in the bottom of 3 and 4. And Vinny's just using that open door, and he's going right with him. Now Vinny looks like he might try to dive it in. Ooh, had to get on the binders. He wasn't quite there, and Bigelow shut the door. That was pretty close. Caution behind. Mr. Michael Everett may be in trouble here. Let's go see. 8 truck. Blue truck on the top right there. Oh, yeah, he got slowed up just a little, and he got a little tap from behind. Callis catches a piece. Everybody's going to drive him away. So we got up to speed, got a handful of laps in, and we're going to catch caution number 3. Lap 19 coming to 20. I see that Mike Forstner is back on track, and he is going to get a wave around. Seven laps down. Now he's going to wave. And that'll help him out. Hardy. Oh, it looks like Mike Hardy is done for the evening. I guess that shot to the inside wall may have been a little harder than it looked because the 9 truck parked. So Kamba and Hardy out already. That puts Mike Forstner, the only vehicle not on the lead lap. So if we catch cautions, he's going to get wave rounds until he can get back to the lead lap. He's only going to be about 6 laps down now. Ebel is on pit road. 56 truck on pit road. Down to his pit stall. Not sure what that was about. Maybe splash of gas and go. I feel like tires mean way more than fuel at this racetrack, so. Anybody else having any kind of weather? Because we know Mr. Forstner is. We're having unseasonably hot days. We're setting new high temp records left and right. I'm not ready for summer. Doubled up. Blevins and Ryan, Barletta and Pearson, Spalding and Mackey, Keir and Bigelow, and then Gomez and Vinny. Restart. Lap number 24. And Blevins, man, he got a rocket start right there. Ryan is looking to get clear off that high side and stay in front of Barletta, and he's going to get it done down here in 3 and 4. Kevin Spalding trying to make the middle work on the cold tires. Slides the 25 car into the 4th spot. Mackey right behind. Here comes Adam Vinny. Looking to get on the inside of the 88 of Keir. Remember, the 64 and the 27 went to the back of the field. Already working inside the top 6 or 7 here. Vinny's 6th. He is going to close up. Peek to the inside on Kevin Spalding. Spalding arcs it in from the wall, takes it down to the yellow line. He got a good run through 1 and 2. Blevins out front, but he's got company now because Dana Ryan is coming close. That time Ryan, a little bit of a weird angle getting into 1 and 2. He thought about diving it down to the bottom, and Blevins kind of shut the door there, and it made him have to change his line. Mackey now up to 4th. Vinny got around Spalding. He's up to 5th. Top 2 about a half second ahead of 3rd place, Harley Barletta. Mackey pretty much content to sit right there in fourth, it looks like. He is not going after Barletta. Vinny up to fifth. Kind of sitting in the rocking chair. Pass for the lead. Ryan got to the inside, getting into 1 and 2. Can he make it parlay into a complete pass? Oh, Blevins hard on the gas out of 2. Brushed the outside wall. That's going to cost him the spot. And now he'll try to cross over, get back to the inside up the front stretch. This battle may not be over between these two. Now Ryan slams the door and keeps it closed, and Barletta missed the entry to 1 and almost opened things up for Mackey. 24 truck trying to get back in a rhythm, and he may get in a battle before he can do that because Barletta is trying to peek to the inside. They work it out, top 6, 7 with Bigelow in a line right here, and it's a big gap back to Kier. Then side by side between Smith and Pearson. Gregory Smith on the top had a poor qualifying effort. Started about mid-pack, just now working his way inside the top 10. Justin Durand a couple spots back from that. He runs 12th. McAvoy 14th. Little closer to the front here because it's starting to heat up. 3rd, 4th, and 5th it looks like. Barletta keeps getting a little wide in the corners, and Mackey keeps trying to peek his nose underneath. He just doesn't have enough momentum to get there and keep Barletta off that line. And Vinny looks like he's just waiting for something to happen. Drove his way to 5th, and now he's kind of content to sit right here, it looks like. At least until somebody breaks something loose. Let's look a little deeper in the field. Let's go find Jonathan Scott in the 51. He's right behind Travis Downing in the 18. They run 17th and 18th. Chazon in the 44, 19th, and Travis Scheid in the 6 runs 20th. There's Michael Everett after his loop-de-loo down in turns 1 and 2 a little bit ago. Currently 21st. We'll go all the way back to 28th place. Don Jordan still on the lead lap. He's about 12 and a half seconds behind, and then Mike Forstner 5 laps down and trying to pick his way through and run to the front. Maybe he can unlap himself one more time the conventional way. Dana Ryan got to the front. Just can't get away from the 24 truck. Blevins had the lead, gave it to Ryan. Now trying to take it back, and he won't need to because, oh no, inside the top 10, a crash. 88 of Kier. That's Gomez right there. Oh, that's going to leave a severe mark. Yeah, they were right there about 10th place when that happened. So we'll see if this is something for trip to pit road. We're about 40 laps in. Not a terrible time. Oh, the one truck just got a penalty. One truck will be EOL. Yeah, Ken. Yeah, you got to get here early, man. And then there's probably less of a chance that something weird will happen. Ryan missed the commitment cone. We'll go back, and I'll show you that he misses the commitment cone. He's outside the orange box. Right there. That's a violation. He is going to either be held for 40 seconds or he is going to EOL because he did not enter pit safely. There's no way that is not a penalty. There's no chance. You can't enter outside that. You got to be on the left of that orange block. I am going to be completely shocked if that is not a penalty. Blevins got out with the lead. Barletta got out second. Right now shows Ryan in third, and then Vinny, Mackey, Spalding, Smith, Durand, Pearson, and Bigelow are the top 10. McAvoy is 11th. Baycorn is right behind him in 12th. We should have got another wave around from the 69. I think we did, so he's 4 laps down now as we get ready to go back to green. He's going to have about 80 laps. He's got to get 4 more cautions and get waved around. Beards, Conson. Been a while. Green flag back in the air. We're underway once again in Blevins with another fantastic start. Barletta did not get as good a start, and it looks like Ryan is going to take the spot away. Barletta kind of had the outside line bottled up. Vinny behind him, Spalding, Durand all right there in that outside line. Run around the top side for Vinny to pull alongside Mackey right there. Mackey now diving it to the inside on Barletta in turn 2. Saw Greg Smith get loose right there on the exit of 2. He's just going to lose a spot or 2. He's going to stay inside the top 7, though. He's going to be 3 wide coming out of turn 4. And now Vinny peeking to the inside on Barletta. Barletta lets him go, falls back in line, so put Barletta 5th, Spalding 6th, and Smith recovering and picking it back up to 7th. Bigelow and Durand 8 and 9, and Baycorn 10, so your top 5 in points, well, they're all inside the top 10 again. We'll watch this side-by-side, and we're going to go up here and watch the next side-by-side because Vinny is going after Mackey, and Vinny's going to the high side. It'll work for 3 or 4 laps. It puts a little stress on the tires, but you pay for it on a long run, but none of these guys are banking on long runs. They're all banking on short runs here. Caution to caution, just trying to run. Oh, there's your caution. Ryan spins it out. Caution coming out. I get to watch this one from right here. And he is just going to get a little feisty with the throttle. It comes up over the rise, or rear end gets light every single time. That is the lightest of brushes to that inside wall right there. I doubt we see anybody head for pit road. Blevins and Vinny, Mackey 3rd, Barletta, Smith, Spalding, Bigelow, Durand, Baycorn, and Pearson are the top 10. There goes the 69 truck. 3 laps down now. Getting closer every time. We're not even halfway yet. He is hoping for cautions, even though he likes to see green flag racing, but he wants to get back on the lead lap. And he needs 3 more yellows. And he'd like to do it with enough time to pick off some positions. Total power failure for the 69. It's what he gets for driving a Dodge. I'm just going to throw it out there. Notorious for having issues. I did not think we'd see anybody really go to pit road. I mean, these guys at the back, Jordan, Ebel, Dana Ryan had to go with that big slide and brushing the fence. He had to see what was wrong with the truck. But nobody in the top 26 actually went to pit road. 25. Now, Jordan is right back on pit road again. And this is a pass-through. We should come around, get the one to go, and the choose. This restart will be interesting. Couple of tough customers, and they race each other very hard. Blevins and Vinny, Mackey and Barletta, Smith and Spalding, Bigelow and Durand, Baycorn and Pearson will be how we start our top 10. Then McAvoy and Scott back there in row 6. Truck diving out. That's Brian McAvoy. What was he doing? Maybe getting a little extra air in the nose of that truck before we go green here. See what kind of restarts we're getting up here at the front this time.
Green flag, green flag.
Blevins got a pretty good one. Mackey is going to really put some pressure on Vinny. Run up wide, dove it down to the bottom in 1 and 2. Vinny was able to keep the power down. They'll stay side by side. And they are both running up on Blevins. Blevins got to leave the high side open just a little bit. Good run up the backstretch off of turn 2 for Vinny. It'll be Vinny at the line that time by just a couple of inches. The momentum on the high side working for the 64 right now. The short way around. You got to tip to it so you don't get too loose when you're Corey Blevins, but he's able to stay on the corner. Now he'll have an advantage. And then Vinny will take it back up the backstretch. If they stay side by side for about one more lap, it'll be 24 truck with the big advantage. Vinny can't get down and shut the door. Side by side still for the lead. We're about 6 laps shy of being at halfway. This time Blevins a little deeper into 1 and 2. He's going to be a little bit further ahead this time. And Vinny doesn't have as big of an advantage getting into turns 3 and 4. And now Blevins is back out front by about a quarter truck. Brandon Mackey, best seat in the house to watch one of the best battles we've seen in a while in this series. This time Blevins powers it in. Vinny's going to try to cross him over on the exit, but Blevins got the power down. He's going to keep the point. Mackey holds third. Barletta is fourth. Here's Brock Bigelow now, and there comes Derek Baycorn and Greg Smith side by side. Ooh. 47 truck with a super late turn in, and he moved the 60 up the hill a little bit. And that's a 51 of Jonathan Scott, way wide back there. Now the 60 kind of returning the late turn in favor. Back in turn one, he got alongside out of 4. Jonathan Scott hard into the fence coming out of 2, and McAvoy slides by. We missed it. Yeah, we missed it. Let's go. Shoot, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back and let's get on this right here real quick. Let's go back to the front here. We're halfway. About a lap past halfway now. Blevins, Vinny, Mackey, Barletta, and Bigelow the top 5. Smith hung on to the truck and he kept 6th. Baycorn fell all the way to 16th after the contact. Top 5 have broken away a little bit after that slide. Smith gave up a big gap. He's going to have to do a lot of work to catch back up to Bigelow. Duran now has made it to 7th. McAvoy right behind him in 8th. And then Pearson and Spalding side by side as we catch caution once again for Scott Jensen. Let's go see what happened to Mr. Jensen. The Jersey Mike's truck. Yeah, big slide out of 2. He didn't hit a thing. Just brought out the yeller. So we'll slow it down on lap 66. That means that Mike Forstner is going to get another wave around, and now he's only going to be 2 laps behind. Already rolling up here to try to pass the field. Going by on the high side. Wave around Given, and he'll take off, go around, catch up to the field, and that puts him 2 laps down now. We just crossed halfway. Jonathan Scott bringing the 51 truck in. He's going to look for the crew to take a look at that right side. He pancaked it coming out of 2 about 5-6 laps ago. I doubt we see takers for pit road. I think we would have already seen them. If we get past about lap 80 or 85, I'll bet we see guys come to pit road if we get a caution. I'm sure the driver of the 69 truck really wants to see another caution because he's just now getting back to pit road. Looks like he's going to go put fresh tires on. He's just getting fuel. He did not get any tires. Interesting strategy. He may wait for these guys if they have to pit under green and make up both laps and then just try to hang on. So we'll get down here. The lights will go off on the pace car. And we'll choose lanes. Yeah, Blevins will take the inside once again. Tires are a few laps older this time. We'll see if we get any tire spin when they get into that start box and punch the throttle. Still have about 55 laps to go. All right. Pace car is in. Looking for the start box. We're watching for wheel spin here. Blevins got a pretty good launch. He's going to clear everybody by about 3 truck lengths. Vinny is going to stay on the high side. Going to run those cold tires again. Up on the outside. Mackey down to the inside. Tiptoeing just a tiny bit. Wiggle out of 4, and Vinny will grab second. Barletta and Mackey are now side by side. Barletta's trying to use the high side. There's Greg Smith. He's peeking on the inside of Bigelow. Down in 1 and 2. Not going to get the job done this lap. Bigelow boxed in a little bit with Mackey and Barletta battling, and that battle looks to have been settled. Barletta takes the spot away. $50 laps remaining the next time by. Wiggle out of the 30. Justin Durand coming out of 2. Chuck a little free on that exit right there. Back up front. Blevins got about a 0.3 of a second, which looks like about 8 car lengths. Advantage over Adam Vinny. Nothing has changed in the top 7, 8. Pearson and Spalding swapped spots for 9 and 10, and now they've got that worked out. 11th place Downing in the 18, battling with the 33 of Cody Smith. Looks like, it kind of feels like, these two have just been near each other all night long. Every time I find the 18, I find the 33. That's Baycorn in the 47. He's 13th. '18 truck, very wiggly. Real loose on the exits of the corners. Baycorn will work alongside, try to take 12th spot away, and he'll get it done very quickly. Downing now 13th. Gaxel is 14th. Chazon is 15th. There's Michael Everett. Spun early, slowly recovering back up through the field. He's 15th, 16th right now. Go back up front. Look at Adam Vinny. There's a big gap now. It's 3/4 of a second between Blevins and Vinny, and Barletta is about 6/10, almost 7/10 behind Vinny. They are stacked up behind with Mackey and Bigelow, Smith, and Durand is closing in, but here comes McAvoy. And McAvoy had a good run on entry there in 3 and 4. Just couldn't get alongside the 30. Steven Pearson trying to widen the track up the front stretch. Drug the right side about 20, 30 yards down that front stretch fence. Spalding is still 10th, but Cody Smith got clear of Baycorn, and now he's trying to reel in the 25. We'll go back up front because now it's nearly a second. Blevins is just running away. Blevins was the fastest truck on the track, and he's also the leader, so that doesn't bode well for the rest of the field. 41 laps remaining. Mike Forstner in traffic. He's right behind the 25th place truck of Frank Chavez. And then Scott Jensen spun a little while ago off turn 2, didn't hit anything. He now is here, and there's another wave around this time. Oh boy. Yeah, that was the 30 of Durand. Let's go see what happened to Justin. Oh, and McAvoy got a little loose. Then a little love tap from Pearson. Everybody's headed for pit lane now. I told you if we got to about lap 80 to 85, we would definitely. See a bunch of guys headed for pit road, and we do pretty much the whole field. The only truck that didn't, 69 of Mike Forstner. Now that'll get him a lap down. Blevins and Vinny still 1-2 off pit road. Probably the final pit stop, unless we get a caution really late in this one. And Forstner looks like he's going to have to let trucks by. Although I am unclear as to why. Still going to be scored just one lap down, though. I don't know what happened to the 64 truck. He came out second. And he has pulled over. He just started letting the field. He had to have sped on the exit of pit road. Had to. That is the only explanation. For him going from second, he is now 24th in the running order. So we're doubled up, getting ready to go back to green. Pace car's out of the way. 38 laps remaining. Make it 37 when we take the green flag. Blevins, great start. Outduels Barletta on the restart again. Mackey didn't get a good exit. Bottom of turn 2, and Barletta shot back past him. Greg Smith is driving it in deep on the bottom. He had to have sped on the exit, Scott. He had to. It's the only explanation. Oh, Mackey collects his teammate. Big wreck. And he just got loose coming out of turn 2. Right there. And when he caught it, so that'll shake things up. But what it does do is it is going to put 27th place Mike Forster back on the lead lap with a lot of laps remaining. He's going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 32 or 33 laps. Corey Blevins, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You've been out front. You've been getting good restarts. Now we're kind of down to the end where the intensity's going to ratchet up. What's the plan here to keep the 24 truck out front?
Take it easy. Don't overrun the truck. That's the main thing. Don't spin out. That's the two key things. And just don't. Someone does get beside you, don't run into the other truck because it'll ruin your day real quick. So as you saw, I was doing everything I could to stay off Adam earlier. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But we'll try to get in victory lane.
I was going to ask you about that because you've had a couple of challengers get alongside on the outside and run hard there. 4 or 5 laps is about it on a restart. You really want this thing to go green the rest of the way after this last restart.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, definitely want to go green if we can get it green for sure. Hopefully that's the case, but I've had quite a few yellows, so I don't expect it to be honest, but we'll see. See what happens.
All right, man. We'll keep it facing the right way, and hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Corey Blevins out front has been there most of the day. Has had a couple of challengers. Lights go off. Now we're going to do the choose, and there he is on the lead lap coming off pit road. Putting in, got him some tires. Now he might be able to make a run through this thing, and he'll be restarting deep. But the truck has been good. He's been able to pass a few trucks. Even though he was laps down, now he's going to be for position. So we'll see what the 69 can do. Restarting 26th officially. All right. Time to get the restart in. Wow, Greg Smith. He timed it up with Blevins about as good as you can. He's going to go from third to second around Barletta, and he is going to be a serious challenger up here on the 24. He's already right to the bumper. Blevins protected the inside. And now he'll protect it to get up the front stretch. I think Smith is going to dive it in deep. Blevins is going to have to work to keep that 24 truck on the outside and keep the momentum up. It ain't going to happen. Greg Smith now powers his way to the front, and we've got a new leader late, 30 laps to go. Bacorn is putting pressure on Barletta. 47 truck down to the inside and into third for the moment. He couldn't get it up off the corner, and Barletta did it. That high side for about 4 or 5 laps is pretty good, but you can't clear the truck on the inside. That truck gets the big advantage down there after about lap 6. This time, Bacorn around Barletta. Kevin Spaulding up to 5th, but he's got a challenger, Cody Smith. Smith will ease by. Here comes Tyler Chazon. Chazon wasn't able to get it done. He's going to have to hang right there on the corner of the 25 and try to do it down in 1 and 2. Here comes the 83 of Pearson, taking advantage of Pearson not being able to get down in the hole and close things up, stop the bleeding. That's going to put Gomez there as well. Michael Everett is up to 10th. Here comes Adam Vinny. Vinny on a tear right now. He's got 25 laps remaining when he gets around here. to pick up 9 spots. So Vinny now 9th, 3 seconds off the lead. Smith got a challenge because Blevins got the nose to the inside coming out of 2. Blevins is just patient. Oh, little shot in the door from the 60 to the 24. Still side by side for the lead. Baycorn watching it happen, trying to close in, wants to be part of this action. Blevins has the inside now, and it might be a little bit of an advantage. In up the hill, he's trying to keep it down. The truck was a little tight right there, but he's going to stay side by side. We're down to 22 to go. Baycorn inches ever closer. That time, little wiggle out of Smith's truck, and Blevins is going to clear him. Doors open for Baycorn now, and Baycorn's been pretty aggressive the last 50 laps. Don't think he's just going to roll over and try not to pass. He's going to force his way down in on the bottom. Vinny is up to 7th now. He got around Gomez. Top 3 nose to tail. Yeah. No 31 truck this week, and seems like everything's just a little bit off. And by I mean like less than 0.1%. I kid. We hate to see drivers miss races. So Blevins, Smith, Baycorn, 1, 2, 3. Barletta is 4th. It is a ways back to Tyler Chazon in 5th. And a late race push from the 44 truck has him in the top 5 right now. Cody Smith, then Adam Vinny, Gomez, Pearson, and Spalding, your top 10. Here comes Durand after his spin. He's back to 11th. Laps are starting to click off now. 17 to go this time. A little wide for the 33. It'll open the door. Vinny will get right beside him, and Adam Vinny's going to jump on him. Up to 6th now. Still 3 seconds behind the leaders. Making up spots, picking up points. Let's go back here. Michael Everett was almost in the top 10. Now he's 14th. Gaxel 15th. Callis 16th. And there's the truck that started the night 7 laps down. Now back on the lead lap. He's up to 17th. Mike Forstner. Scheid 18th, Mackey 19th, and Low 20th. Quick look, Brock Bigelow is 11th. And picking up spots. He's going to be 11th now as he finally clears Pearson. Side by side in front of him, a couple guys in the top 5 in points. McAvoy and Durand right there, but Corey Blevins out front is starting to ease away. Half a truck here. Quarter truck there. He's out to 0.4 of a second, coming around to 13 to go. And Barletta is starting to reel Baycorn back in. This is going to become a tussle for the final podium spot. I'll tell you what. You want to talk about pinching a guy. He was laying on his door getting through that corner. See how long these two go without there being some kind of contact. Barletta really being gracious. He is giving a lot of leeway to the 47 right there. And now Bacorn will ease back in front. Adam Vinny still 6th. Trying to reel in the 44. Half a second now. First to second. Bacorn falling off that battle with Barletta slowed him up. He is over a second behind. Greg Smith sitting in third right now. We're inside 10 to go. Blevins is going to have traffic in front. Is that Russell Harold? Yeah, they will catch lap traffic. If it will be a factor, don't know. Usually Russell, one of those guys, he'll get out of the way, let the leaders or whoever catches him kind of battle it out. Gap starting to open up ever so slightly. Half a tenth here, half a tenth the next lap. Now, a little shy on the exit. Greg Smith and Russell Harrell have contact. Harrell was trying to let those guys go, but he had nowhere to go. He was out to the fence already on the exit of 4. Chazon will get there to the 19, go inside. Top 5 have lapped the 19 truck now. 6 to go, and the gap is 0.8 of a second. Don Jordan will be the next truck to get lapped here. He runs 25th. Smith holding station, and Bacorn is holding off Barletta, but Barletta looks to be reeling him in again. Wave lap that time, 5 to go. We'll see what happens here because Barletta really got a good run out of 4, and he is there now. Trying to set up the pass. Bacorn is really backing the corners up to prevent a quick move left or right. Lap truck. Going to slow the action for just a moment. They clear him coming off too, and they'll get back at it. It'll be 3 to go this time. And this time Bacorn opens it up just a little bit. About a 3 truck length advantage now. Two to go when we come out of turn 4. No traffic in front of the 24. .1 seconds now as we come to the white flag. And Barletta is working his way around Bacorn. He got him coming out of turn 4. Set that up the last 4 laps, and now it looks like he's going to be able to get there. Bacorn drove it all the way to the center. We're staying here because here's Tyler Chazon. This is going to get good. Blevins is going to win it. Smith is second. Chazon muscles his way by, and he is going to bring home a podium finish. Bacorn 4th, Barletta 5th, both backwards across the line. But Blevins won it. Smith was second. Chazon grabbed 3rd. Barletta backwards 5th. Vinny was 6th. Gomez, Smith, Bigelow, and McAvoy the top 10. Wow, what a finish. Durand 11th. Spalding, Pearson, 12-13. Michael Everett, 14th. Gaxel, 15th. Callis, 16th. Forstner, 17th. He ended up settling in right there and kind of hanging. Travis Scheid was 18th. Mackey, 19th. Lowe, 20th. 21st to Chavez. 22nd to Jensen. Ebel, 23rd. Jonathan Scott, 24th. Jordan, 25th. Harold, 26th. 27th to Downing. 28th to Ryan. Keir, 29th. Hardy, 30th. And Kamba scored in 31st. Got to change our graphic real fast. I don't know why we haven't saved that different, but we haven't. Fat fingers don't do a good job. There we go. A lot better now. Now let's see if we can start finding drivers because well, we know that this guy, we know we got him. We're looking for Greg Smith. I think that I'm going to try this guy. Oh, wait. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe he did it himself. Good deal. Love it when they come to me and I don't have to go chasing after them. Let's grab the driver finishing in third place this evening, the 44 truck. Tyler Shazon, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, you had a great seat to watch that battle right there. You're closing in, and then all of a sudden, dippity-doo-dah, contact sideways, the door opens, and 44 truck snuck right through there.
Yeah, I was catching them in the last few laps there, and with 5 laps to go, I figured they were just going to keep it the way it was, and with that little bit of battling, it just left it open for me, so I took where I could.
It looked like, a little forward, a little backwards. Everybody was kind of fighting a little bit of a loose condition, especially off turn 2 tonight. And as the night went on, it looked like a little bit of rubber got put down, and it did kind of change the way the track was driving. Did it tighten up the truck a little bit for you?
Yeah, it got a lot better throughout the race. The restarts were a little tough, just a lot of dirty air in front of you, but the rubber on the track helped a lot.
Well, man, awesome job tonight. Podium finish for you. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Thanks, man. Yeah, big shout-out to Midwest Truck Series as always. Thanks for putting on the league. Secure Lift, Boat Lift Restraint Systems. And, of course, you, Dirt Racing Network. And big shout-out to TCW Construction for giving us a good team to race with.
All right, man. Congratulations on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thanks.
Tyler Chazon finishing into the third spot tonight. Great run for him. He has improved a little bit every season that he has run here, and it's good to see him get onto the podium finally. Now, let's get Mr. Greg Smith in here. We've had him up in here a couple of times with some podium finishes. I thought you might have a chance to win this one tonight. What was the difference?
Honestly, I timed the restart just perfect behind Corey, and I took full advantage of it and burned my stuff up pretty much flat out. Burned it up.
Well, you'll have that in big-time truck racing every now and then when a guy just gets a little over-exuberant, clear track in front of you, clean air. Really, sometimes you just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just paced myself and followed a lot of people all night. I want to apologize for some of the incidents that we did have. It wasn't nothing intentional, but it's a short track race, man. We were door to door.
It looked like the track got a little better as the night went on. Did it improve in your opinion, or was it just kind of treacherous all night long?
I think I didn't run my fastest lap until like 1:15. So, I mean, that goes to show you that the track was better at the very end of the race than it was the beginning. The beginning was very sketchy.
And we got to see some great battles. You were part of several of those. You had to work your way from the back. That format lends itself to a lot of chaos, but it also gets to let those that are in the top 5 in points showcase all the talent as to why they're in that top 5. You had to pass a lot of trucks tonight, man. Do you enjoy that format, or is it just nerve-wracking every second?
Luckily, that didn't affect me tonight. I'm 6th in points, but I will tell you it did affect me at Bristol. And unfortunately, I had to pay the price at Bristol, just trying to be nice, and got caught up and ran over. But it is what it is. We move on to the next week.
Well, an awesome job, man. Shout-outs, thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Yes, sir. First of all, thanks for Midwest Truck Series for hosting this lobby and this league, and Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems for the main title sponsor, and of course, you guys always at the Dirt Racing Network for putting on this wonderful broadcast for our family and friends.
All right, Matt. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, sir. Have a good night.
Greg. Oh, I moved. I didn't mean to move. Greg Smith finishing in second, and now let's get the guy. He likes this place. We know he likes this place. Every time we've been here, he runs well. Tonight he had a handful of challenges, and I talked to him under the caution and asked him, about those guys challenging him. The guy behind you timed that last restart up perfect, and you had a battle on your hands for a few laps.
I did. I was hoping he'd run his stuff down, and he definitely did. That's what I was hoping for. I was just like, yeah, I'll let him go. Hopefully he'll come back to me, and he did. So.
Well, you had a couple of those challenges. Adam Vinny got up there, you and Barletta, then you and Smith. All night long seemed like you had to battle until you got clear, and then you were able to kind of inch away just a little bit. In those battles, there's no chance you're really doing a whole lot of saving. How are you so fast after these guys battle you?
I just don't know what it is about this track. It just fits my driving style. It's just something about it. I can't really explain it. I wish more tracks were like Richmond, I guess. That's all I can say.
Richmond every week.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be okay with me. maybe there'll be less wrecks eventually.
I'll bet you would be okay with that because you're very good here, man. Well, an awesome job tonight. You bring home a victory once again at Richmond Raceway. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go.
Yeah, the sponsors of the league, you for putting on the broadcast as well. Midwest Truck Series, Secure a Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, and the Dirt Racing Network, of course. And then my sponsor is always Keys Architects and Associates. Brought back the original design that I won both my championships in, so I had to bring that back for Richmond and put me in victory lane. So pretty excited about that, and also moved from 16th to 7th in the points, which is really good as well.
Well, awesome job, man. Thanks for chatting with us. We will look forward to seeing you back here next week, and I don't know, maybe the 24 truck, you keep that paint on it. Maybe it's a back-to-back again like it was a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
All right, man. Congratulations again, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Gordon Blevins picking up the win here tonight. He's just really good here. This is about the third time, I think, that we've been here since I started broadcasting this series. And I think he's won every one of them. One of them was an absolute runaway. But he's won every single one of them. He just has something about there's courses for horses. And this is a course for that horse right there, and he's a pretty good one. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that because it got pretty good, especially towards the last 30, 40 laps there. A little bit of yellow fever in the middle of it, but, short track racing, you're going to get that. Next week, we'll be back on Monday night about 9 Eastern as Fitz Automotive Truck Series presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment goes to Bristol for a night race up there with the trucks. And last season, those guys, I think they had 2 cautions in 100 laps. They go 125 this year. And we'll see. They've been putting on some pretty good shows. Tuesday night, the Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida Stock Car Series presented by Beef O'Brady's will head over and go to Martinsville. So short track racing next week on the schedule. And we're going to swing right back around here and bring these guys back to you on Wednesday. So if you haven't already, like, share, and follow on Facebook. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo so you'll know every time we go live. Come watch the best racing on the internet right now on iRacing. But thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason for doing this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we see each and every night, there's nothing to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back all the way around to everybody involved, both sides of that deal. Till we see you again. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Come back and see us as soon as you can. Good night, everybody.